parents used to tell me, you can be president of the United States. Well, I don't want, thank you very much, to be president of the United States. But I certainly would like to be not remembered as the publisher of Avalanche magazine, but as someone who developed 30 plus years after Avalanche, and who's someone who found himself as a true artist, as someone who saw something special in the world. And I don't know exactly what that is yet. Most of you don't know that I was born 70 years ago by my dear mother, Muriel Manners McMahon Sharp, who was a Ziegfeld Follies girl, an actress, and a very talented human being who gave me a sense of the theatrical. What did you know of me? What did you know of me, Willoughby? What did you know of your son? Nothing! You knew nothing! You never knew anything! Willoughby, why didn't you care? Why didn't you try to get to know me? I wanted to know you. I wanted to know you. I didn't want to get to know you through my mother. At 9 years old, my other attention was towards the opposite sex. I was from almost the cradle blessed by being smitten by young women. Now, women have continued to interest me. Sometimes they have even made me cry. And I have never lost sight of the fact that of the two sexes, definitely women are absolutely indispensable for Willoughby Sharp to live a day more on this planet.
When Willoughby came home from the hospital the first time after the stomach tube had been put in and he'd had his first chemo treatment, okay, hold on to that. It was, for me, I've never had children, a lot like bringing a baby home from the hospital, in that there are so many things you've never done before, and this person is so dependent on you, and you're just scared to make a mistake.
And this woman is devoted 24/7 to that happening, sacrificing her own professional career to keep me alive.
That's why I'm so wedded to Pamela Seymour Smith, my partner. Maybe she'll come closer now with the focus. So, what was my earliest performance? And we're always talking about performance, going into video. Everybody want control over? Cough up, Willoughby. You don't have to cough up. You're in control. You're in control, man.
We're going in this together. Only I'll have the control factor. Okay.
I've already mentioned that I was almost a born performer. I started performing, give me a person, and I've got an audience, and I'm performing. Then the word performance starts to lose its definition, because I'm telling you this is a performance. not particularly primarily connoisseurs of martinis. What they wanted was a good jolt. The vermouth Nellie Pratt preferred was generally, by me and my father, who taught me how to do it, ceremoniously passed only the cork, which of course was doused in a little bit of vodka, across the top of the martini glass. So they were essentially drinking straight gin. And they drank it, my friends. They would knock it back until they could not stand. And my mother dressed her hats, and there wasn't too much to do. You had the hat, you had the band, and then you had to put flowers on it or do something to it. Like this. She sewed the garnishments into the hat. I haven't reached that stage because I like to change the hat daily. I have two hats to protect the viewers with my head. Maybe one of the reasons that Beuys and I got along so well is we both had a similar appreciation of the performative aspect of one's personal existence. I am like all of you, searching for approval and applause. Everything we do, besides keeping ourselves alive and, maybe sexually active a little bit, and, in money a bit, is devoted to get other people to pay attention to us. No matter what we do for that attention, I believe that our lives are dedicated to that. Now, the smart thing is to know that and use that socially and figure out what your client or this person you're dealing with is getting his or her kicks from, his approbation, what his or her needs are. If you social needs, art needs, whatever, being in the world needs. If you can figure that out successfully and use it, you are 1,000 steps ahead of every other jerk in the world who's just bumbling along, trying to figure out how to pay the rent. What I'm most proud of as a cultural force, which is that I have met so many important artists, I've been familiar with them, some even friends, even some good friends, some even best friends.
Body thrust. How do you get
I have taken their spirit, their energy, their ideas, their art, and encoded it in my own practice. This happened to me in my early life before I met any artist.
was done here?
To me, Spencer Tracy was an artist. Jerry Lester was an artist. Milton Berle was an artist. Jerry Lester was an artist, and so was big-bosomed Dagmar. They were the objects of my attention who I was learning from, who I was being created from. I am a product of everything that I see and read and eat and experience. That is encoded in my being. I draw my inspiration from the artists whose work I am consequently in love with them too. And that carries on to artists that are alive, that are contemporaries even. I'm very happy.